Okay, hi everybody and welcome to another video. This is a bit different from what I normally do. I'm doing a recap on my Sennheiser HD 700 video. Basically I felt it was too long in the end. 20 odd minutes is a long time to watch anything. So what I'm going to do is just do a quick sort of overview video, talk about the main pros and cons to it and all that. And then if you want to find a bit more detail out about it, you can pop back on the other video and watch it. Okay, so without any further ado, let's talk about the Sennheiser HD 700s. So let's start at the far end, shall we? This. So they come with a standard jack, but not a mini jack or a micro jack or whatever jack you'd like to call it. There we go. This is one of the bog standard for proper music, is how I describe it. It's not the right term really. But the point is, if you're going to plug this into a stereo, let's say, or a phone or portable DAC / amp combo-y type thing, however you want to word it, you're going to need an adapter because that is a fat off jack right there. Okay, now the cable is good. It's quite thick, quite rigid, does tangle a little bit, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, you kind of have to compromise somewhere along the lines. You know, this is pretty down. I don't know if I can just. Will it focus in on it? No, it's just look at me stare. Anyway, so yeah, so it's pretty solid cable, so it's not going to get damaged, which is good. Now let's just. Somewhere on the end of this. Oh, there, headphones, haha. So they come with this Y connector. I quite like this Y connector. I won't spend too much time on it, but it's a solid breakout point. Pretty sure it's a plastic coating with like a rubber insert, but I like it nevertheless. Good, we like that. Then it terminates or splits off and goes to one connector on each headphones. Now as you saw, that cable's pretty dang it long. It's not a short one, that's for sure. So that can be a bit of a pain dependent on your use case. So I'm using them, what's that, 40 centimeters ish away from where I actually need to plug them in, so that cable's completely overkill. I cable manage most of it away, so it's not a problem, but it is a bit long. Luckily these cables come out. Now they terminate into a 2.5 mono connector in here, and let's just see if we can just pop this one out. Now if it decides to focus, that would be ideal. I've got a feeling it probably won't, but basically you've got your standard mono connector, but just here on the side, and if I do that, focus. All it wants to. Go on, camera, you can do it. No, a bit too wobbly. Anyway, it has a flat section almost taken out of the guard around the base of the connector. It's worth noting that, because if you try to buy an aftermarket adapter, it may not fit for that exact reason. Now what's good about the fact this cable is removable, other than the fact that you can get a shorter one, is you can go balanced. Don't know if that's going to be of use to a lot of people, but it's a nice feature to have anyway. Main unit obviously is open backed, so you've got the drivers here in the centre, and then you've got the headband. It's quite a thick headband, quite solid. I mean, it has got Sennheiser written on the top of it, as you'd expect, and it's nice microfiber padding underneath, so it's quite comfortable to wear. Basically, it's worth pointing out, these are D-shaped. Do you sort of see it? So you've got your flat edge here, and then on this side of it you've got this curved edge. The idea being, flat edge here, curved edge. Seems to make sense. Let's put them on. And they're on. Now, once they're on, they're lovely and comfy because they've got these quite cushioned pads actually around your ears, which I really like. Some people aren't so keen on, they prefer a leather feel. That's fair enough. If you want leather, you want leather. I'm quite happy with this microfiber. I bought these headphones specifically to stop my ears from getting hot, so it really helps not having leather to make them potentially sweatier. Talking of not getting hot ears, because of the open back nature, you do get a nice amount of air flowing through there, so I do find that after a few hours of sitting here using these, I'm still comfortable. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. What I would say does bother me a little bit is the clamping force. So they clamp in on your head nicely, but you know, there is absolutely no issue with that bit there. This bit on top, on the other hand, if you don't adjust it almost to nothing, they can be a bit loose. So if you happen to be, I'm sure you never do it, but you get a little overexcited in music and you're going like this, you know, you're fine. And then as time goes by, they start to, well, disappear. I mean, hello? Anyone there? You know? So obviously this isn't ideal. That being said, if you're watching a movie, playing a game, or anything else like that, you're absolutely fine. So, you know, I find it to be alright. I do, like I say, wear them quite tight just to try and keep them on my head if I get a little over energetic, but outside of that, they're fine. Realistically, the open back, going back to that, does have a lot of bleed. If you watch the full version of this video, you'll be able to see a little sample where I actually record externally, so you can hear the bleed. They're not something for out and about, or for in a shared office, or realistically in an environment where other people aren't supposed to hear what you're listening to. Just putting it there. What I would say though, the sound quality out of these is phenomenal. They do have a beautiful sound. Now, I'm not an audiophile, so I don't have audiophile ears, but I am very happy with the sound. I've tweaked a little bit on the EQ on the main actual mixer desk, but not enough to be considered extreme. Some people don't like the sound signature of these, and that's fair enough. You know, each and every person has their own taste. I was pleasantly surprised by the bass coming out of these. It's not ridiculous, don't get me wrong, it certainly isn't overpowering, and I have upped it ever so slightly. And when I say ever so slightly, I mean we're not even talking the first notch of extra bass on there. So it's a pretty simple sound signature. Again, you know, you can tweak it with your EQs and that and get it just how you want, but for me, these are, well, out of the box, brilliant, simple as that. You know, I don't know if I would say that's more because of the comfort in the sound signature or not. It's very much up to you as to what, you know, you really like. For me though, like I say, these are perfect. I use them for watching films, for playing games, and of course listening to music. And all three of those I feel they excel at. Anyone who's in the room behind me, on the other hand, may feel that they actually fail miserably, but that's just because they can only hear half of what's going on. What I would say from a personal point of view about these headphones is that they all come down to the cost. I paid £488 for these. I would pay that again. I would never pay over £500 for these headphones. Full stop. Doesn't matter if you couldn't find anything better. They're not £500 worth of headphones. That's the cut-off point right there. Now, Amazon, since I bought these, have dropped their price. They were $466 when I looked the other day. That's pretty reasonable, and I've seen some slightly lower numbers floating about. Bear in mind, this is all brand new. So, if you can find them somewhere near the bottom end of 400, I think these are a great buy. If you're going to the other end, you're going to start asking yourself questions, because there's so many alternatives of high quality on the market. It's not a case of these are bad, it's just there are so many similar products, but because they're different brands, they've got different sound signatures, and there might be something that really appeals to you as opposed to just sounds great. It's a bit like a car thing, isn't it? You'll never know until you try. Anyway, that was it. Just a quick recap on that. Now, like I say, if you want more details, go and watch the full video. If you don't, then fair enough, thanks for watching. Let me know below, do you like the idea of me doing like a long video and then a short video to go with it so that you can sort of just watch that instead? Do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think maybe you'd like to have unboxing separate or anything else like that? Just give me some feedback below and let me know what you like. Anyway, thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon. See you later.